I think to me the term employability is really about taking those experiences that you learn in either in real life or in university and applying that to the workforce. So whether it's taking the experiences from a part-time job and the things that you learn, or through university and the things that you study, but really making sure that you apply those skills in such a way that you can learn and develop and take those experiences to your workplace.
I think that employability is a word that people kind of just use for the sake of using it. I actually think that employability is more about who you are as a person and then how that person then can operate within a work environment. And so it's about who you are, what you're developing, how you're doing it, and then how that can then be applied. And I think that, and then how you get the job done.
For me, the term employability is probably more about focusing on what you can deliver once you've found a job, and less about the recruitment process. So I've worked across a couple of cultures now, Germany, France and Australia, and each time I definitely notice that it's about the credibility that you can bring to the position. That's what employability for me means. Because each time you're starting something new, you're starting something with a new team, they don't know you yet, and so employability is about developing that credibility pathway. For instance, I guess it's different for every industry and sector. I work in a sales function in an engineering industry. And so it's definitely about targets, it's definitely about your performance and what you can bring to the job in terms of concrete figures. So for me, that's what employability represents in my context.
I think employability for me really focuses on two components. One being the sort of like skills and abilities I guess you bring to a role in terms of what you can actually do for an organisation. And I think that distinction is pretty important in terms of what you can do for an organisation as opposed to what you're trying to get out of an organisation. And I think the second part, which really ties into that, is the attitude in which you do it with. So it's the way in which you approach everything that you're trying to do. Do you go above and beyond? Do you do all those extra things that someone in this capacity is going to be looking for, above and beyond a sort of a checklist, I guess, of skills?